Hello again, everybody. Les East, Brian Allee-Walsh with NewOrleans.com. It's Tuesday, 2 days before the storm. Saints are getting ready to play the Titans in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee on Thursday night. And what we can relay from an informational standpoint is injuries and players who are going to play against the Titans on Thursday night. From an injury standpoint, let's just quickly go over them and who won't play for sure.
Okay, well, we know 6 players won't even make the trip, so obviously they are ruled out. That would be Pearson Prelou, Tracy Porter, the 2 pup guys, Clint Ingram and Darren Sharper, as well as Zach Streif and Jonathan Vilma. So no real surprises there. I think it would be pretty unlikely that Stanley Arnew would play. He's been out with an ankle injury since the New England game. In fact, Sean Payton said he expected Jimmy Graham to play because his ankle injury is ahead of where Arnew's is. They were both hurt in the New England game, so you can probably rule out Stanley Arnew as well. But look for Jimmy Graham to be on the field.
You know, essentially, this is, I think, the true meaning of what an exhibition is. This is going to be a glorified scrimmage, at least from the Saints standpoint. Now, I don't want to diminish the possibility that there are some jobs to be won and lost from a Saints standpoint. The Titans look like they're going to take this game a little bit more seriously. They're going to play their starters, through the second quarters probably. But we're going to see mostly backups for the Saints, and that being, we're going to take a look at Patrick Ramsey is going to start play the first half. Chase Daniel is scheduled to follow and play the second half. So Drew Brees, Will Smith, and other assorted starters, including Jeremy Shockey, among others, are not going to play. And of course, some of the guys that we just mentioned as well. But ideally, they want to take the final look for some of these backup players as they try to make the roster.
Yeah, I mean, this game could not be more important for a certain number of players. It has little meaning otherwise, but there are a lot of guys fighting for jobs and also fighting maybe to be brought back on the practice squad if they don't make the active roster, and some guys may be trying to move up the depth chart. So that there's a lot at stake for a lot of players. Here, the game itself won't mean anything, as you talked about. There's going to be a disparity in how the 2 teams use their starters. So it means a lot for some guys, and as we've talked about the last couple of weeks, special teams will be an area to keep an eye on, because a lot of those DBs, wide receivers, linebackers who are fighting for those last spots may win or lose those jobs on special teams.
And Coach Payton was talking about it's a little different this year in that, yes, they do play an exhibition game on Thursday, but they also come back and open the regular season just 7 days later, as opposed to having those 3 extra days like they normally do. So they're approaching it a little bit differently in the fact that they are going to rest a lot of their starters, not even considerations. Guys are going to play. Also, we need to mention there's personnel matters to deal with here. They did make 2 cuts today to get down to the league-mandated 75. They released 7th-round draft pick quarterback Sean Canfield and rookie undrafted free agent wide receiver Andy Tanner. It's likely that in my opinion, they're going to bring back Canfield to the practice roster when that team is determined, probably Saturday and Sunday. There's no guarantees, but I feel that they're going to bring Canfield back to this practice squad, provided nobody signs him. He hadn't done anything in preseason. I don't know why anybody would. Other than that, really it's just a matter of getting ready for this final game, making sure nobody gets injured, Les. That's still critical to this team. They don't want to lose anybody. And then and getting ready for the Vikings in 6-7 days.
Yeah, I think that other than not getting guys hurt, and that's one of the reasons why you're going to see so few starters play, the other thing is they want to get as much film on these guys that are on the bubble as they can. They're going to have about 36 to 48 hours to make all those final decisions after the game. So they want to give all the guys whose status is up in the air as good a look as they can, get as good a look at them on film as they can, and make the best choices they can, because there's still a lot of things they have to factor in. There are a lot of different ways they can go. Do you keep the 3rd quarterback? Do you keep a 4th tight end? Do you keep a 10th defensive back? A lot of things go into that equation, and they're going to have a fairly short time frame in which to finish it up after they get the film.
Please stay tuned to NewOrleans.com for this evening and into tomorrow. I know this, I'll be writing on Darren Sharper, his status as it pertains to making the 53, possibly going into the regular season on PUP. and being waived injured altogether. I'll be writing that for tomorrow. It's too lengthy to get into at this point. Les East will be writing as well. He's going to take a look ahead. He's going to move past Thursday night's game and take a look at the Vikings season opener on September the 9th. So please stay tuned to NewOrleans.com for the next update. And for Les East, Brian Allee-Walsh, we'll see you next time.
And then some like Alabama.